Hi, I'm Steve Lennox, president of the Bedford High School Alumni Association, and I'm both pleased and proud to introduce you to our first special project, an exciting project that benefits the entire community. I know you're going to want to be a part of this, so please listen carefully while we tell you what it is and how you can help.
Bedford is one of the fastest growing communities in the state of Michigan. New families are moving in every day. We're proud of our community and its reputation, and that's why we decided to create a project that would benefit everyone who lives here. That project is the Bedford Community Stadium. The new stadium will bring us into the 21st century without costing the taxpayers a cent. The stadium is funded entirely from private contributions, and it's well on the way to completion. The fact is, we've outgrown our present stadium, which was built in the 1950s. It is now woefully inadequate to meet the needs of our growing community. The new stadium won't just benefit Bedford Township, but surrounding communities, including Toledo and Monroe. Their teams often play here, and this will be an exciting, conveniently located venue for their activities as well. Our mission statement: to build a quality community stadium based on a well-thought-out master plan, which will be a source of real, long-lasting community pride. Let's find out from Stan Stachek how this project got started.
This afternoon, I'm talking with Gene Stock, who's co-committee chairman of the Bedford Community Stadium Committee, and Ken Weaver, who is also a committee member. And we're going to talk a little bit just about the stadium itself and some of the fundraising efforts that are taking place. First of all, Gene, when did the idea of a community stadium take place?
Well, actually, the idea of a stadium, a lot of people don't know this, but the existing stadium here has been here for over 40 years. Back in 1967, there was a petition drive to build a new stadium. And actually, as early as the 1970s, there actually was a vote of the public to see about funding this through public funds. We ourselves met back in November for the first time to discuss the idea of a stadium, and at that meeting we decided that we would want to, if we did go through with this project, would want to privately fund it, and with the idea of a community stadium, something that the whole community could use and would serve the whole community area, all Bedford Township residents.
Why didn't you use the old stadium as a nucleus for this community stadium? Why a new site?
Yeah, and the reason for that being that the field right now is not on campus. We want something that's over by the high school. The existing track is there right now. Right here, as you know, at our football games, players have to be transported over here. It's about a mile away. There are no locker room facilities here. Players have to change and meet at halftime in our bus garage. There's no paved parking here. Also, the lighting system and some of the other things are, as I said, they're over 40 years old and a little bit outdated. The existing bleachers here only seat about 2,800 people. We can't even seat everybody at our games. The new stadium we're proposing will have approximately 5,300. We also have no permanent restroom facilities here either, and we're also proposing that at the new site.
This is going to be the Bedford Community Stadium. Now that means to me, I think, that there's going to be other things going on here besides football. Is that right?
Yes, there is, Stan. We have a number of athletic type events that will be going on here. Football, as you already mentioned, soccer, track. We will also have a number of non-athletic type activities, and I'm going to let Ken Weaver comment on some of those.
Well, I think anytime you build a facility of this stature, that there will be responses to it that maybe we haven't even thought of at this particular point. Obviously, it's a facility for graduation would be fantastic. There are going to be opportunities from the business community to use this facility. Also, something I feel very important about, we invite people from other communities into our community. And I think it's important that we have an asset, a facility that is worthy of our community in terms of the stature it presents.
And some of the things that we've had, even at our old stadium here, the fireworks each year are held here. The fire department holds their annual day for Fire Prevention Week here at the stadium. Those are the type of activities, possibly even a church service that might be held, outdoor concerts, art fairs. There would be a number of activities that could go on here.
Well, a project of this magnitude you didn't wade into lightly. You must have done some research ahead of time.
And we did. When we first started this idea back in November, we went out to the community. We spent a couple of months just doing some soul searching. Also, we went out to take a look at all the other stadiums in the area, traveled as far as Fostoria, Adrian, talked to people there, talked to athletic directors, wanted to see what is it that we wanted in this new stadium. And actually, when we started this project on a concrete basis back in February, we met with the architects for the first time in a large group of 50 people and did a design session where we told them what we would like in this stadium. And this is how the model was developed. But most of those ideas came from talking to people and in the community here and also people outside the community. One of the things we want to make here is we want to make this what we call fan-friendly. What do the fans want? That's what we tried to take a look at when we developed.
Well, it sounds like quite an effort, Gene. I'd like to ask Ken, how do you plan on raising funds for this community project?
Well, there's a number of projects that we've started, Stan. One of the more successful ones we've had is corporate sponsorship. We've obtained many pledges that we feel will be very helpful, and we're continuing to seek those pledges. We've also had a number of local fundraisers. One of our more important fundraisers that will help sustain the project over many years is the selling of bricks, where local businessmen, people, students, athletes can participate by buying a brick, placing their name on it, the date they graduated. Those are some ideas that have been very successful.
Ken, when you're talking about raising funds, you're looking for more than just cash donations, is that correct?
Absolutely. We're accepting in-kind donations. There's a number of items. We have basically broken the project down into modular units that we're looking for contributions, or those people have the skills and abilities to construct items, whether it be a ticket booth, a concession stand, or whatever. We've been very successful, and we have some serious offers at this particular point that we're entertaining.
And besides yourselves, how many people are involved in volunteering to raise money for this project?
Well, the Bedford Alumni Association is about 400 to 500 strong at this particular point, and Gene, I've been very happy with the success we've had in recruiting members. We expect it to be something that will continue to grow. And again, this is a commitment not only to, this is the first project of the Bedford Alumni Association, and as we generate strength and momentum, there will be more.
Stan, I wanted to give a little plug here, too. We talked about some fundraising activities that we've got going on, and I want to let people know that there are actually 3 that will continue to go on even after the stadium's built. The brick drive we have going on now, we plan to, each year, probably in March, April, May, have another brick drive so people can add bricks to the stadium. 2 other long-term fundraisers that we have is, a lot of people don't realize we are a representative for XL long-distance service. And we receive a portion of that long-distance service bill that people are billed each month. The other thing is that you can also make a designation through your United Way pledge to the stadium. And the way that you do that, there's a section on the form labeled specific care. And all you have to do is put in there on that next line, Bedford Community Foundation / Bedford Community Stadium. Not only just the Monroe County, but also Toledo, greater area United Way will also allow you to designate it to the Monroe, Michigan Foundation in care of the Bedford Community Stadium.
What timetable has the committee established for completion of this project?
Well, we have said all along that we will try to complete this project as we receive funds. But our long-term goal or short-term goal, whichever way you want to look at it, would be to have the stadium completed by the fall of 1997.
Well, this is a very ambitious project. Where do we stand so far?
Well, so far we have the field renovated. The existing field inside the track, we had a nice donation of $35,000. Athletic Field Services out of Maumee, Ohio has started that. At the same time that was going on, we had another nice donation. Russ McCormick, a local business person here in the community who owns Mack Irrigation, has donated a sprinkling system that has a value of $15,000 to $20,000. That has been installed and it's operational. The field has been seeded, grass is up, it really looks good. Another thing we plan to do here is to get all the underground utilities in this fall. Also, we've had several local business people express an interest that they would like to see some actual construction of buildings this fall, possibly the new press box. And I have Ken Weaver mention a couple of the other items.
Well, a couple other items we're very excited about, Stan. Northtown Chevrolet has donated a $30,000 scoreboard. This will be a state-of-the-art technology, something that I think all of us will be very proud of. Also, we're very excited about the lighting package. We will have a premier lighting package that will be going up this fall To give you an example of the difference, this field today has about 5 to 7 candle power with some shadows. The new field will be in the 45 to 50 candle power range, which will be...
Sounds real significant.
Very different, yeah. We'll be able to see a lot more.
Okay, very good. Gene, Ken, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stan.
Now let's take a look at the current and the new stadium under construction. There are no locker room facilities for either team at the present site, which means the teams must meet in the bus garage. The present stadium has no permanent restroom facilities. The present stadium does not have adequate seating. The stands are filled, and hundreds of spectators must watch the game standing along the fence, which causes problems with crowd control and safety. At the present stadium, most spectators must park in a field or along Douglas Road, which creates traffic and safety problems. Lighting is outdated and in poor repair. The new stadium will be located on campus between the junior and senior high schools, which can both provide locker rooms.
A lot of times people ask us, what's the new stadium going to look like? And using the model, I want to go over some of the major components. The front of the stadium, as you see here from the shot, the Bedford Community Stadium, that wall will be 10 feet high and roughly 185 foot long. And on each side of it, there will be wrought iron on a shorter wall. As you can see also, we have paved parking on each side of the entrances. And you also notice that there are 2 entrance ways, the south entrance being the home side entrance and the north entrance being the visitor's entrance. And across the way on each side there are where the teams will enter. The walkway to go up to the stands, it looks from the model that it's stepped, but it really isn't. It starts at grade and continues up into the stand. By the way, the front rows of both the home and visitor side of the stands will be reserved for the handicap. We've tried to stress safety here and also make this as fan-friendly as we can. The home side bleachers will seat approximately 3,500 people. The visiting side, roughly 15. These will be all aluminum bleachers. They will be solid bleachers. Underneath the home side and the visitor side bleachers are the restroom facilities for both men and women. On the home side, at each end of the bleachers will be roomy concession stands. On the main focal point on the home side is the press box, the press tower as we call it. It will be a multi-level building which will have plenty of room for coaches, people who run the clock, sports information people, camera crews that would come in from the outside. The lighting package, as you see from the model, there will be 4 light poles with 24 lights each on them, which should give us plenty of lighting. These light poles also will be to the back of the stadium, so there won't be any interference from the view. Many people ask us, where are the brick pavers going? The brick pavers will go in between the high wall that you see on the front entrance and the short wall going around the track on the east end of the stadium. There's also plans to take a look at doing some additional areas down at the west wall. We will have flags throughout, as you can see the little flags here. We'll have the major flag poles down at the west end of the stadium, that being the American flag, the Michigan State flag, and the GLL flag. We will have 1 scoreboard located at the top of the wall in the west end. We're looking at the size of the scoreboard here, roughly to be maybe up to a maximum of 32 feet wide, 20 feet high. It'll have a message board on it. It'll be equipped to operate for football, track, and soccer. Also like to point out the fact that the stadium is going to be as maintenance-free as possible. The construction of all walls and building will be masonry, probably split-face block, and the roofs of each one of the buildings are metal roofs, very similar to what you see on the newer malls in the surrounding areas.
The Stadium Committee has retained the services of the architectural firm SSOE to create this modern, attractive, and practical plan. Both the drawings and the model of the project have been displayed throughout the community and have created a great deal of excitement and support for the new stadium.
It's going to be a good stadium, it's going to be a quality stadium, it's going to be something that lasts, it's going to be something that you can be proud of as a Bedford person.
The whole program is just just an excellent thing. The community really needs to get together and chip in and help with this program. It's a really worthwhile thing.
It's going to be a real asset to Bedford Township.
And I think it's a great idea to have a new stadium.
I really think it's going to be great. It's going to be a great boost for the kids.
I would just encourage everybody to get out there and purchase their brick and contribute to this effort. It's great.
The rewards will be greater than the actual dollar amount put out. It's a worthwhile type of investment.
It's great. I'm really happy. I'm really proud to say I go to Bedford and proud of all those people that have been donating money to it.
Because everybody needs something to be proud of, and that makes the pride a lot higher. If we have a good stadium, then everybody's going to want to come and see it, and we'll be really proud of it.
I think that's neat that citizens of Bedford really want this to happen.
They're bringing the people together to do a project for the schools, and it's a lot better than asking them to go out and raise their taxes to do something like that.
And it's going to be a treasure this township can have for many, many, many years.
Great Going Alumni Association, couldn't have done it without you.
When finished, it will be one of the top facilities in the area.
Congratulations, nice work here, and I tell you, this model looks beautiful. I know the stadium next year will be beautiful too. So next year's home opener will be over there by the high school.
You come back and we'll be over there next year.
Well, I've got to admit, the more I hear about this concept and see what's taken place to date, I'm really impressed with what I see here. And it's a type of project that will really draw this community together. I've always known that Bedford has a lot of pride. And if we're talking about a Bedford Community Stadium, it's going to benefit everyone. And remember, no tax funds are involved here. It's all private donations. I'm behind it 100%, and I hope you can get behind it too.
Bedford heavily influences the Monroe and Toledo economic markets. Like many other community assets, such as the Monroe Community College and the University of Toledo, this facility will be an excellent regional resource. Corporations and individuals have pledged thousands of dollars, participated in fundraisers, and donated in-kind services. Yet, there is more to do. The Stadium Committee continues to search for interested donors. This facility will benefit Bedford for years to come. The new stadium will meet the needs of our growing population and provide a focal point for community pride. It will provide a home for our football, soccer, and track teams, and the marching band. But it will also be a place where a host of other community gatherings and activities can take place, such as concerts, fireworks, art fairs, and community days programs. The school system is the hub of a community like Bedford, and the completion of the new stadium in the fall of 1997 will give us all a sense of pride and accomplishment. Please, join us in this uniquely exciting, privately funded project.